Commanding shot by Decker right there. 362.2, 207 mile an hour. Steve Woolley puts it into the 390s for the first time this weekend. Goes a 99.4, 197. As one Decker is into round two. Waiting on Decker Jr. and Daddy Shark, I believe, to close us out here in Pro Mod. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Right, Cecil County himself, left-hand side of the racetrack, Jim Halsey. 4, working on 5, five-time Pro Nitrous PDRA champion. And the current Mike Decker Jr. record holder, because it's his record. The fastest pass ever in Yellow Bullet history, Mike Decker Jr. Much like his other screwbone brethren, getting the motor idled up, get some heat in it. Holding off Jim Halsey as he purges off the nitrous. The best run Jim Halsey has made here this weekend, 4:27.3, 192. He has a team that is absolutely over there working on the car 24/7, because as soon as he comes off the return road, he jumps on his scooter and gets back to work, whether it's prepping the track, scrubbing, scraping, unclogging toilets with the plunger. I mean, he is Johnny on the spot anywhere he needs to be out here. Moving cars, throwing people out, playing bouncer, whatever he's got to do. But right now, he's got a race car. That's what he needs to do right here is drive. Needs to channel one of those 360s. I'm sure they got the tune-up in it. You're going to see what happens. You're going to try to leave Decker sitting still on the tree and hold on. 365.5, 191. Whole shot. Mike Decker Jr. will be going to round number 2. Halsey, 911 down low, 243 to half track, 363.6. As he was absolutely ready to go to war, and so was Mike Decker there. Just left before Jim Halsey. And guys, if you are hungry out there, you got 15 minutes for the top concession stand. Out of here. Yeah. It's got 5 stars on Yelp. It'll be closing in 15 minutes. And we are closing it down with E1 there of Pro Mod. We're rolling into the E2 category here with Ultra Streets, and Pro 275 will close us out momentarily. Do a little house cleaning here. I want to take a quick second to thank Weldon Pumps here for being the presenting sponsor for the Motor Mania TV live feed, and the Yellow Bullet national sponsors are Mickey Thompson, MH Mechanical, Jessel Valve Train, Induction Solutions, Hoops Fire Prevention, Hartz Turbo, Salvato Designs, Fuel Tech, Pro Charger, and CLK Customs. And they say, what's up, Chucky? Chucky be driving, baby. Chucky be driving.
welding, pumps, regulators, filters, fueling champions.
Ultra Street, you can bring them down the hill. Go ahead and let your foot off the brake. I'm sure your calf is just screaming right now, trying to hold that brake pressure. Ultra Street, come on down. Hey, Hollywood. Yeah, you better get that wheel back going straight. You definitely don't want to take out all the homeless photographers there. That would not be good. We coming at you here. Ultra Street E2. Connor Hartsock, left-hand side of the racetrack. Hartsock Racing Engines. He is advertising this weekend that we built some bad mammoth jammas. Anthony Pender agrees. Hey, is that my scooter dog? Purging off the nitrous over here, left-hand side of the racetrack, the 92 Mustang, top of the sheet, 448.5, 155. On the right-hand side, Dan Filippillo, number 16 qualifier, took down where he had last round. I drawing a blank. Now it's going to be a tough stand here as he needs a 10th. You got to try it. 447.8 as he lowers it even more. So if you were Filipino, you're like, look, we got to go like a 48. We got to go 48 flat to outrun him here. Put a 48 in it. It should go 48. Hartsock says, you almost had it. Goes a 47.8. Don Barnett here on the right-hand side of the racetrack. The street car going to back up the 88 Pontiac Formula Tree Fitty. Vortex Supercharger here in the right-hand side of the racetrack. And in the left, Bill Travato, Churchville, New York. American Racing Headers, BTR Performance Team, Mickey Thompson in the left-hand side of the racetrack. Number 4 qualifier, 452.0, 153 mile an hour. My guy, Steve Woolley. How you doing? Nice shot. Barnett 032 off the tree. He had to bring a little something, but didn't bring enough. 459.2 came up short at the stripe as Travado cracks off a 50 with a 7. He improves as well, so looks like the shark pool is getting a little crowded in there as the walls are starting to close in. Like every good battle royale game, just start pushing everybody towards the center and see what happens. Hardsock picked up. Travado picked up. We're going to see if it's going to be Pevlar or Vaughn. Allen in the right lane. KBX small block power here in the left-hand side of the racetrack for Sean Pevler, former DXP record-setting ride. Small block Ford, inline headed with a plate. Absolutely impressive. I know if they changed up a little bit on the car, maybe some rules were adjusted for him, but this thing's running in the 40s before, and they just can't seem to find it. They might find it here. If everyone else picked up a number or two, KBX team going to try to find 4 numbers. Get this thing in a 49.9. Knowing that if they meet Hartsock eventually, they're going to need to pick up a lot more. They went a 47 just a few moments ago. The New Jersey 79 Mustang here in the right-hand side of the racetrack. Says I got to pick up a 10th here to get ahead, but I got to pick up like 2/10 if I want to make it happen at the end of the night. Down goes Sean Pevler. It looks like the purge is stuck open over there. And Mr. Allen will go to the next round. He does pick up a bunch there. 53.2, 153, his best run of the weekend there in the dark. Now what's going on? Looks like, looking on the replay, you just see it coming out of the side. It's just the purge. It's nothing crazy. Tough break for Pevlar and company. Blowing by, racing in the left-hand side of the racetrack, Jason Spina, Cocoa, Florida, the 90 Mustang, number 2 qualifier, 449.0, 156, and Terry Wilson. Number 18 qualifier, 459.3, 154 for Terry Wilson. Cheeseburger and Company got the big block tuned up here. Let's see if they can pick up a 10th or so. I don't think they're going to try to make that big of a swing. They'll probably be conservative, try to split the difference. Saying, hey, Pina's probably not going to try to, go another 49. He might slow it up a little bit to maybe a 52 or 53. So we'll try to go 54. Try to do something on the tree. I've been wrong before, but then again, I've been right before. So we'll see. He's got a 50-50 shot. Terry Wilson needs to come up with something here. A little pedal drop from Spina. Gets it done. 459.0, 154. Spina having some issues. He was ahead down low in 330. He slowed it up a little bit, and then he saw a little pop there. At about 500 foot, and Terry Wilson just zipped around him. Wilson behind at the 60, behind at the tree. And then started making a big space on the top end. So Terry Wilson and Cheeseburger, the rest of the crew, they will go to round number 2, keeping the homies fight alive this weekend in Ultra Street. Paul Burchill and Chris Evans are next pair of competitors here. Fort Howard, Maryland for the 90 Mustang. In the left-hand side, number 8 qualifier, 455.3, 156 mile an hour for Chris Evans and Paul Burchill. Big block nitrosus here in the right lane. 455.8 at 153 for the number 9 qualifier. When you're number 8, you're number 9. That's where you say the closest qualified people. And there I said it. Big wheel stand for Chris Evans. That'll end his weekend. Paul Burchill, 051 on the tree. Did his job, 458, 153 mile an hour. The right lane going around number 3 there. Chris Evans left second. Then it started climbing the ring gear. He's 118 to the 60, and it's not how you win a drag race there in Ultra Street. Steve Beeston Jr. and Stephen Barnett, our next pair of cars, as we have 3 pairs left here in Ultra Street. And then it's Pro 275 racing action here. As one of them can't start. I don't know if it's Beeston or if it's Barnett. Both of them nitrous cars, so we'll see. Oh, it's Beeston as they got the front end off of the car over there. You know the best part about air conditioning vents in the floor? Yep, it's like the old 90 model Chevy trucks under the steering wheel. It's a nice cool breeze. Easton throwing in the towel from the corner. So Stephen Barnett will go to round number 3 here in the morning. That's 2 of the cheeseburger machines. My tall Texan, the big block killer. Going to round number 3 here. Roy City, Texas. Where he calls home. That's my closest homie out here. Got some other Texans, but they Houston area, Montgomery. Everybody's here in Pro 275. Stephen Barnett, 105 down low, top end of the racetrack, stops at 451.7, 157 mile an hour. He will improve from his qualified effort, as catching the eye of the Travato team here, like, hey, what's our guy doing there? Hey, hey, wipe me down, wipe me down. Eric Bartikoff and Dylan Weil here is our next pair of cars. It's Bartikoff here on the right-hand side. Legend has it that he has a hollowed out Whipple fed by a Pro Charger. It's cool stuff here. Nicky Notch backing him up over here in the right lane. The 2023 Mustang here in the right lane. Your number 22 qualifier. 460 with a 2, 161. I'm sure he will pick it up a little bit here because Dylan Weil for sure going to drop a number or 2 on him right now. So the air is getting crispy. The track is good. We're going to lean on this unit here a little while because we got all night to fix it. So big block nitrous power of Dylan Weil here on the left-hand side of the racetrack, and Coyote power for Bartikoff. Bartikoff's ready. He's pre-staged. Weil, he's thinking about it. He's ready to go. Bartikoff was ready to go on the tree. Motoring. Dylan Weil picks up the dub. 452.3, 155 mile an hour. He gave up 57 hundredths on the tree. But then, just like that, the old nitrous unit started putting in some work. And he was ready for it. Good job, Dylan Weil and company. And this will be our last pair here in Ultra Street, and the tractors are going to be doing a little bit of work before E2 of all Pro 275. And we're going to see Tyler Bedell, right-hand side of the racetrack. Syracuse, New York, your number 14 qualifier, 456.6, 153. And Tony Orts has parked the Firebird and has brought out the Mustang here on the left-hand side of the racetrack. Number 30 qualifier. 464.8, 152 mile an hour. That's a good drag race right there. Bedell owed 36 on the tree, and that's what he needed to take down the number 30 qualifier. 458.0, 153 for Tyler Bedell.
Welding, pumps, regulators, filters, fueling champions.
So Mohall Superman, the 2019 vet, gonna get the competition bye here. Well, actually, the way the ladder is, he gets the bye right now. Funny thing, he will go to the next round. If Brian Chin wins this round, he will face Mohall next round. .920 60 foot is the goal here. We'll see. He's just going to try to reset the record right here. Jason Collins, he's got an opponent, so I mean, they'll go fast. Kind of hard to really just, you know, absolutely throw the kitchen sink at it when you could potentially knock the tire off. We'll see the Gene Fulton power here. Swipes of dynamics. Went 938. So the supercharger is alive and rolling here. Jason Collins going to be coming forward here momentarily. See the CTR race car shirt, so Collins will be in the right lane. That'll be the young Vanderwood will be in the left-hand side. Pro Charger power for Vanderwood. Screw blow-up power here in the right lane. I think this thing had some turbos on it at one time, and they just said, nah, we're gonna put some screw blower power on here. TTR race car, PSS power delivery, Scott Tidwell Racing. Fuel Tech, Pro Max cylinder heads. The fastest Pro 275 car in the world, right here in the right lane. It was set none other than Cecil County Dragway. I mean, I guess it's, you had to probably maybe put an asterisk by it because, you know, there was some floppy tires that was allowed in there, so it was kind of a Pro 275 race. I can see the posts now. Jason Collins, right-hand side. Robbie Vanderwood, left-hand side. Collins, it's got 2 tenths on Vanderwood, but never count out the father and son team here in the left-hand side of the racetrack. They're going to come in, they're going to do their business, do what they need to do. He was after him on the tree, but that was about it. 102 to the 60. Already losing the tire. Jason Collins, he was 979 down low, 371.2, 203 mile an hour. So they eased up on it a little bit, said, hey, we ain't got to really beat this thing over the head. We just need to get on down there. Jason Collins, 109 on the tree. He said, I'm just going to make sure I go green because I know this thing going to make the trip. That brings us to Frank Soldridge and Marcus Burt. Soldridge in the Carbon 65 vet here in the left-hand side of the racetrack, Allen, Kentucky. Number 15 qualifier, 385.9, 211 mile an hour. Amanda May out here watching on. And Marcus Burt. Oh, Soldridge having some problems here. What, the car won't go in reverse or what? So Marcus Bird, right-hand side of the racetrack, number 3 qualifier, 366.3, 205 mile an hour. Uncle Tommy needed him a driver. He said, I got this, you know, team owner thing figured out. I need me a hired gun. Marcus Bird said, all right, Uncle Tommy, I got you. You write the checks, I'll make sure they're made out to Marcus Burt and Tommy Yeomans. So they're going to push Soldiers all the way off, and Marcus Burt going to have a single right here. Tough break for Soldiers and Company, but that's racing sometimes. .976 down low for Bird. He goes 372, 202. Slaying it down there on the other end, top end, as it's just echoing off the trees. It's funny, I had to run back to the hotel earlier today while I was doing pro mod, and it's over on the other side of 95 past the truck stop, and I was like, oh, I can hear them. I mean, it's Saturday afternoon, so like, you know, what's somebody trying to do? So Luz Cortino and Brian Chin. Brian Chin, I believe, making his Pro 275 debut, looking to go to round number 3 right here. In his way is Big Lou in the Big Blue Vet. Luz Cortino, 376.6, 195 right there, picks up the win. He was 030 on the tree. $969 down low for Brian Chin, $977 for Luz Cortino. He will have Mohall next round. As I'm looking at the schedule, and Pro 275 is starting us off in the morning at 9 a.m. So get up, get you some breakfasts, get you a little seat on the stands, and get ready for Pro 275 action. There'll be 7 left in the morning. Mark Benson Jr. and Brian McGee here. McGee, right-hand side of the racetrack, hailing from Pelion, South Carolina. The number 5 qualifier, 376.2, 198 miles an hour. 0.88, so we'll call that 199. Mark Benson Jr. on the left-hand side of the racetrack, Selbyville, Delaware. The engine builder. Mark Benson Racing Engines got a couple of hot rods out here. I think Benson also runs the Strange Engineering Cecil County Shootout. He's got 78 points. Put him number 2. Yes, Pro 275 is contested out here at Cecil County. 379.8, 205 for Mr. Benson. Be curious to see if he gets around Brian McGee, where that puts him on the ladder, if he'll have to face his old car. With Jason Collins behind the wheel. It's funny how the cars change hands here, as this one used to belong to the Decker family. And then all of a sudden they all got Vets, and then they all got Camaros. It's funny how them things work out. So the boost for Benson gonna make it up. Ooh, boy, Mark Benson Jr. getting down and going rounds here. 382.6, 204. As McGee having some issues there and just said, look, I ain't gonna try to stand on it here and come in second place. So Benson's staying alive here. He'll be ready in the morning. So we're getting down to the last few cars of the night. Is Mike Zaccardi here on the right-hand side of the racetrack, Fort Salonia, New York. Ron Green, left-hand side of the racetrack, got the Pro Charge Hot Rod 378.3, 200 miles an hour for the number 8 qualifier. Chesterfield, Virginia. We taking on the Mopar or no car here, Fort Salonia, New York. The 70 CUDA here is a Copart. Gary Rudy said that it still has some original 70 CUDA parts on there. And I don't know if that's just to like make the purists just absolutely crazy or what. Ron Green in control of that one. 036 on the tree, and he never looked back there. 379.1, 201. Zaccardi lifting as he went towards the center. He crossed the line. 436, 135. Left hand side of the racetrack. We'll go to round number 3 in the morning and our last pair of the night here, folks. Jack Green, the Butcher, and Paul Major. Paul Major looking for the ticker tape parade here in Fort Salonia, New York. Thought it was going to come down to him and Zaccardi in the finals, but Zaccardi just said, I'm going to exit stage right. Knoxville, Tennessee, 588 cubic inches of Pro-Charged big block power in the left lane for Jack Green. He calls the car the Butcher, the 2017 Cadillac CTS-V, and Paul Major in the 2001 Corvette. Has been rebuilt a few times. There's been a couple incidents with this thing, but this is pretty much the same car that we were seeing him run in Radio vs. the World back in like the Lights Out 1 and 2 and 4 days. And everybody's like, oh man, like I heard Paul Major's gonna be there, and you had to like wait till Monday morning to get on Yellow Bullet to see all the videos that the guys uploaded, Nitro Art and some of them dudes out there traveling the country, and you get to check out the the videos on Street Fire or some of them other deals. It's wild times way back in the day. Yeah. Remember, I was always on Yellow Bullet on the work computer, so I had to turn off signatures and all that stuff because some of those get you in trouble there. A little salty. Nobody's home. So the boost up for Major. He's trying to stay alive. That's going to end his weekend right there. 149 off the tree, but made steam on the other end. 199 mile an hour. Jack Green driving away from the twin turbo vet in the right lane. And we are about to drive away here tonight as that ended it. Saturday edition of Yellow Bullet Nationals, brought to you by MH Mechanical, Mickey Thompson, Jessel Valve Train, Induction Solutions, Hoops Fire Prevention, Hartz Turbo, Salvato Design, Fuel Tech Pro Charger, and CLK Customs. We will see you tomorrow at 9 in the morning with Pro 275. Y'all ain't got to go home unless you got a motor home. You can't stay here.
All
we're going to call it a night tonight. Okay, wow. That was some kind of racing, wasn't it? Anyway, Yellow Bullet is always exciting. Yes, thank you to Weldon High Performance for being our presenting sponsor. Also, thank you to our additional partners. We have Induction Solutions, Billet Atomizer, Giovano, Pro Systems, PA Racing, Salvato Designs, Mosier, MBE Cylinder Heads and Manifolds, and Fast Times Motorworks, as well as JAMA Racing Ministry. Now, JAMA will have their service tomorrow morning at about 7 a.m. on the YouTube channel. Now, many of us don't like to get up that early. So if you are not going to, of course I'll be up, but that's because I have to. Anyway, if you are not going to be up at that time, you can always watch it later. Oh, okay, that's it. We're going to be live tomorrow, probably about 8:45 like we did today, because they're talking about cars on track. We'll begin with the continuation of round 2, and then go into the rest of everything. Okay, say your goodbyes to each other, and we will see you tomorrow at about 8:45. Bye.